Hello everyone, welcome to Saral English at Sakar Institute. So here is our second video on active and passive voice. As I have already done one video on active and passive voice where I have explained this topic in detail. I have explained the various rules for converting sentences from active voice into passive voice. So I recommend the people who are watching this video to go through my previous video also to have a better understanding of the topic, especially students who are school going or who are college going and who need active and passive voice like for their written exercises also. In this video, we'll try to understand the topic further by taking up exercises, like we'll do sentences where we'll be converting sentences from active voice into passive voice. Here also, I'll keep briefing you about the rules, but it is highly recommended कि अगर आप active and passive voice को अच्छे से समझना चाहते हैं तो आप मेरी previous video ज़रूर देखिए. मैंने already उसका link description box में डाला हुआ है. I've already given the link in the description box. Fine. So let's start. The first sentence is, I do puja every morning. Now this sentence is in simple present tense. So how would you convert this into passive voice? Puja is done by me every morning. Because it's a passive voice, so your object becomes the subject. So puja is done. In passive voice, verb की हमेशा हम third form use करते हैं. So it becomes object plus is MR plus verb third form. Clear? So I'll repeat the sentence. I do puja every morning. Puja is done by me every morning. She prepares my breakfast. My breakfast is prepared by her. The maid mops the floor every day. The floor is mopped by the maid every day. My father drops me to school. I am dropped to school by my father. Mrs. Sinha teaches us maths. We are taught maths by Mrs. Sinha. The principal takes rounds every morning. Rounds are taken by the principal every morning. The guard checks the iCards. The iCards are checked by the guard. The receptionist attends all the phone calls. All the phone calls are attended by the receptionist. Now here it's phone calls, that is the plural. So here it becomes the phone calls are attended by the receptionist. Fine. So whenever the object becomes the plural, so it changes to are instead of is. The children play football in the park. Football is played by the children in the park. Children plural है, लेकिन football singular है, तो we say football is played by the children in the park. Now we come to present continuous. She is singing a beautiful song. A beautiful song is being sung by her. So what's our rule in present continuous? Present continuous में हमारा रूल हो जाता है object plus is MR plus being plus verb third form. क्योंकि ये continuous tense है तो यहाँ पर हम ing किस फॉर्म में लगाते हैं? being की फॉर्म में लगाते हैं. But since it's a passive voice, we will obviously use the third form of the verb. Fine. I'll repeat the sentence. She is singing a beautiful song. A beautiful song is being sung by her. He is helping me in my project. I am being helped by him in the project. The boss is scolding everyone. Everyone is being scolded by the boss. Now everyone is also a singular because we say everyone, that means हर कोई, हर एक इंसान, तो हम हर इंसान की बात कर रहे हैं लेकिन एक एक करके बात कर रहे हैं. क्लियर? सो द बॉस इज स्कोल्डिंग एवरीवन. Everyone is being scolded by the boss. We are watching a horror movie. A horror movie is being watched by us. He is taking medicines regularly. Medicines are being taken by him regularly. The doctor is operating upon the patient. The patient is being operated upon by the doctor. Now, present perfect. I have told the truth. The truth has been told by me. So, what's the rule in present perfect? It becomes object plus has have plus been plus verb third form. So, here I have told the truth becomes the truth has been told by me. She has not completed her work. The work has not been completed by her. The tailor has stitched a beautiful dress. A beautiful dress has been stitched by the tailor. Reena has plucked roses from the garden. Roses have been plucked from the garden. Yeah, roses have been plucked by Reena from the garden. Clear? Have you locked the door? Has the door been locked by you? Now here it is a question. Have you locked the door? क्या आपने दरवाजे को ताला लगाया है या क्या दरवाजे को ताला लगा दिया गया है? तो has the door been locked by you? Have you informed him about the meeting? Has he been informed about the meeting? The child broke the glass. Now this is past tense. So in past tense it becomes object plus was were plus verb third form. Clear? So the child broke the glass. The glass was broken by the child. My father allowed me to go on a trip. I was allowed to go on a trip by my father. I saw him in the mall yesterday. He was seen by me in the mall yesterday. Girija made a beautiful garland. A beautiful garland was made by Girija. Past continuous. He was cleaning the car. So what's the rule in past continuous? Object plus was were plus being, because it's a continuous tense, plus verb third form. So he was cleaning the car becomes the car was being cleaned by him. Was Ketan knocking the door? Was the door being knocked at by Ketan? She was preparing a speech for the annual function. A speech was being prepared by her for the annual function. They were making a lot of noise. A lot of noise was being made by them. My friends were forcing me to drive fast. I was being forced by my friends to drive fast. Now, let's come to past perfect. She had not eaten her breakfast. The breakfast had not been eaten by her. So, the rule in past perfect becomes object plus had been plus verb third form. So, she had not eaten her breakfast or she had not eaten the breakfast becomes the breakfast had not been eaten by her. Mahendra had scored a century. A century had been scored by Mahendra. She had not told anyone about her engagement. No one had been told about her engagement. Clear? So she had not told anyone becomes no one had been told about her engagement, or no one had been informed about her engagement. Sometimes you can twist the words here a little bit. Fine. He had vacated the house last month. The house had been vacated by him last month. Now let's come to future tense. I will take up my new job next month. So the rule in future tense is object plus will be plus verb third form. Fine. Even if it's a future tense, the verb will always have the third form. So I will take up a new job next month. A new job will be taken up by me next month. Rekha will give a stage performance in the New Year program. A stage performance will be given by Rekha in the New Year program. Kirat will not eat any sweets. No sweets will be eaten by Kirat. I will teach you English in no time. You will be taught English by me in no time. Fine. So, I hope I've explained myself well. I have covered sentences from almost, from all the tenses. Fine. Where briefly I kept giving you like, the rules in brief. I have already made a detailed video on active passive voice, as I have told you. Fine. So do check my previous video on this topic, and if there are still any doubts left, please write to me in the comment box. Always ready to help you. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye bye.